as we welcome you to the Jumpman Invitational presented by Novant Health. Dave O'Brien alongside Deb Antonelli. And Deb, Florida's number 7, they're undefeated. RJ Davis is the face of the Tar Heels, but that face ain't smiling right now.
Not right now with a 6-4 record.
So they really haven't been tested. We'll see if that takes place here tonight as Carolina wins the opening tip.
One of just 5 undefeated teams remaining in Division I men's college basketball. North Carolina has to win free throw line to free throw line, Dave. That's where their speed is. That's where their elite athleticism is. That's how they have to be able to play to win the game.
Well, Davis gets a look right away, but can't hit the 3. Does come in averaging 18, but as you mentioned, only 25% from three-point line. He's got to get rolling. Clayton Jr. getting it downstairs to one of the bigs in Condon, and misfires in close. And a quick whistle here in the opening seconds. Brought to you by Novant Health. And Powell, a talented freshman. In the paint, the bounce out by Lubin. And a little follow away here. That's going to swish in. Powell gets the first bucket. You're not used to it with North Carolina. They look small.
They are small, but they're quick. That's why I say free throw line to free throw line is where they got to win the game, Dave. They've got to make their presence felt with their speed.
Virginia a little underneath for 2. Only 6 points a game. And nothing but air under that long jump shot by Powell. Made his first college start against Alabama. Martin with a fall away. Got it.
Todd Golden will tell you.
15 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists this weekend. One and done, Carolina. And here comes Clayton Jr. with it. He's the top scorer on the floor. 19 points a game. He'll lift and knock down a long 3.
And you got to get up and press into him. And Seth Trimble hands down. You got to pick him up quickly.
Carolina's missed 6 consecutive shots. Powell on the drive, pretty scoop, but no. Florida's going to run when they have the chance. Clayton with the kick out for Richard. And yes, another 3. And a 10-0 run for the Florida Gators.
Walter Clayton Jr. gets to the nail, and when he gets to the nail, he's going to make a play. It's a really nice kick to Richard.
Cadeau with the drive. Nicely done off the window.
Part of the way he's helped North Carolina win, and he's not shooting it well right now. So he's doing other things, and he's cognizant of that. That's what winners do. They find another way.
Look at a terrific ball movement, and a three-pointer cashed in by Richard.
Eyes on the front line.
Yeah, against Washington in at 6'10" to try and do something here. But Florida putting North Carolina in a danger zone right away. Cadeau's pass tipped, Washington rolling inside. Slam. Up and in by Withers.
Withers on the weak side boards. Sometimes a dunk like that can be worth more than 2 points. Let's see if it helps North Carolina get going.
Well, you betcha Richard will launch another one. What a great looking shot coming off the hand. Will Richard. Now, North Carolina had not played in a week before taking on LaSalle and beating them at Chapel Hill over the weekend. Trying to get an edge. Washington in close, and he'll draw the foul.
Kickoff for 2 years, right? I've heard Hubert Davis say in many different.
And too strong. And another with about a minute and a half.
He's got the bottom spot on the free throw line. You usually don't see that call.
Right. Slithering inside for the slam is Washington. Left wide open.
The adjustment by Hubert Davis early to get Withers and Washington on the floor has paid off.
So Carolina showing some life in front of this crowd of about 13,000, most of them wearing their colors. Houck on the spin into the lane, popped it up there and in. Nice move by the sophomore out of explosive. 25 against Arizona State over the weekend. Leans in, battling for the rebound. Went for the save, but North Carolina comes away.
Good defense by the Heels on that one.
And a tie-up on the play after the misfire.
Really speeded up and score in transition.
That clock. Will Richard is a senior, so the leaders for the Gators play to keep it. 18-10 the Gators. Richard with 9. Getting it inside for the quick strike on Aberdeen, who's only 6'5". Here's Cadeau. It was in and out, man. It was in the cylinder. At times here so far in the first half, the Heels can't buy a basket. They're 0 for 8 from 3. Martin again gives it up very unselfishly for the swish by Aberdeen. And this is close game.
Well, North Carolina has got to get some stops, okay? They've got to do a better job of contesting and keeping Florida in front.
Martin on the dribble, trying to get in close. Almost tripped, but hit the shot anyway. Control. This crowd that wants to roar for North Carolina has to sit on their hands, but a nice move by Davis for 2.
It's a great job of R.J. Davis to get off the ball and to get to his right hand. When he goes right, whether he's coming off a pin down action or zoom action, he is so good at accelerating into that action.
Well, his first points come midway through the first half. Martin from three-point land swished it in.
So he's sizing up Cadeau and David.
Trimble looking for a shooter in the corner, but that won't fall. Hey, Tyson can't hit. There's a lid on it beyond the three-point line, but not for the Gators, although a misfire by Clayton Jr. And R.J. Davis is fouled trying to come out of the pack with 9:20 to go in the first half.
Watch this drive right here. Martin sets it up, creates.
Obviously, he is impressive. Davis at the line. Season 5 for 25 from the three-point line, but if he gets to the line, Carolina has total field goals, 6-5. Exactly the wrong start for Carolina against this Florida team. Martin quickly inside, and he'll draw the foul. He'll be at the line. And right now, Ben Allen Lubin with the foul. And sinks the second all season long.
Well, because North Carolina is struggling to shoot the three, now Florida starts to pinch a little bit, and they're not worried about getting out to shooters now. They're protect them, hit a couple until he proves he can stretch.
For R.J. Davis. So they inch. Florida on the high post, Condon. Clayton Jr.
And a really nice flare screen.
Davis going up against the Gators all by himself to bank it in.
Here comes R.J. Davis.
Condon to the paint. Zipping it downstairs, and a nice block on that play by Powell. And a whistle. As Lubin shoots at the line, the SEC is still 0 for 10 beyond the three-point line.
And 6 for 13 from two-point range.
Just got it off to Clayton. Chinula right back up for 2. He's been a lot to handle here in the first half. Interrupted. Nice job there by Powell to have his hands up. Davis in transition. Can't stick it. Clayton with a rebound. They want to push it to the other end. Richard with a dipsy-do for 2.
What an athletic.
Georgia, and had an excellent game with 16.6 rebounds against Arizona State. Lost it again around the back. Houck will give it up for Martin. A reach in and a foul by Jackson.
Three-point shots. They're getting to the free throw line here late in the half.
Battling on the boards, and we'll have another shot at it. Clayton will attack and just lay it in. It opened up for him, and this is their biggest lead of the first half.
Florida can feel when a team is vulnerable. And once they feel like they have them weakened, they just go into attack mode and they trust each other, and that's when the chemistry kicks in.
On another defensive concept on video. It's a great teaching tool.
And some new age teaching tools, as you point out. Davis knocks that down.
These kids today are visual learners. I mean, that's what, instead of looking through a bunch of paperwork and writing a bunch of stuff on the board, show it to them on film and then get on the court and execute it.
Clayton quickly to his left in the baseline. The scoop, no, but he draws a foul.
Move the ball, cut through the lane, right down.
Now for Hubert Davis. And Clayton makes one of 10. Most of those at the line, though, for North Carolina. They need someone to shoot the ball, particularly beyond that three-point line. Cadeau won't. He's going to drive it. Little leaner, and that falls in.
You see, that's a great time based on the same premise. Reverse the ball, force. Ice in a ball screen over here, trying to keep R.J. Davis on one side of the floor.
Cadeau got it finally for North Carolina.
Back-to-back buckets for the sophomore.
Their first triple of the ball game. Down the lane, scooping it up and in is Will Richard.
Get back and set their D. There's not many transition opportunities, and North Carolina hasn't been able to turn Florida over very much, so that's not allowing for easy opportunities either. But they have been getting to the free throw line, OB.
They have been, and certainly Davis has caught it straight on to rattle in a triple. The big
three-point line.
Davis into traffic. Here's Washington. It was open but couldn't hit it. It's been said a lot here in the first half for North Carolina. And a foul from behind will go on North Carolina to reach by Jalen Withers. 0.7 rebounds a game. And another one coming. And Condon second. Making one. Brass the shot.
I mean, you got to dunk that.
Clayton with a step back three. Can't drill it.
Walter Clayton Jr. 1 for 6 outside the three-point line.
Cadeau took a bump, no whistle there. He hit the deck. No foul on the play. And now there is 9%. North Carolina over the weekend had a nice win. Jackson pretty good. He's hit 84%. And Trimble smooth there. (42-27). Gators have been impressive here in the first 20 minutes. Faberdine slithering downstairs to lay it in. Beautifully run play.
If you don't jump to the ball, you get beat backdoor. That's what happened to Cadeau.
Trimble airborne. They'll swing it. Davis is open from three-point land. Got it. And starting to get his groove back into the transition. Davis again. He'll penetrate and shovel, but it's going to be tipped and picked off by Martin. Martin giving it up to scoop up around by Aberdeen, who's been a couple of those plays.
Look how quickly the conversion for Florida is from defense to offense.
Back to 16.
Good screen up top by Washington. That's why he's open.
Cadeau pass inside for Washington and a quick strike.
That's good execution.
Knocked around. Davis with it. R.J. Davis will back it away and try to hit a long one, but too strong. Trimble will come away and drive it again with the right hand. Yes!
We're letting them play a little bit around the...
Cadeau at the point. And 15 on the shot clock as they take it down.
They're going to go with about 9, 8.
Cadeau lost the dribble. 2 to get up his shot. Dribble in the long one. No. Rebound tapped. They've got 7 seconds. Here's Martin with it. Has time to get off a long shot. He can't bury it. And that's going to be the end of the first half. North Carolina certainly had momentum in their favor in the last couple of minutes.
Some fight in the Tar Heels here in the second half of the first half.
Second half, Florida with the basketball trying to go to 11-0. One of just a handful of teams, 5 total, who remain undefeated in D1. Had a quick steal. Davis with the pick to begin the second half to the left hand. Can't finish it. Florida got back defensively. And whose ball is it? It's going to stay on this end.
The first half is the reason they went into halftime with a double-digit deficit. He said that has to change in the second half.
Well, this is a nice start to the second half. Davis with a theft and now a three-pointer.
Six going the other way.
46-39. Cadeau looking for a seam. He's going to lay that one too strong. He fights for the rebound. Gets it back and lays it in. Lubin with the assist.
A little game pressure now on the Florida Gators.
And that brings this crowd to life here in Charlotte. And defensively collapsing, Lubin getting up high. On the other end, Powell. And the slam by Lubin. Timeout Gators.
Every night is their speed and quickness, their athleticism in the backcourt. They have to be able to make that a factor. And they've done that here to start the second half.
Davis stops quickly, drills the jumper. He's caught fire. 8. This is what Todd Golden was talking about before the game, when he feared the quickness, the speed of North Carolina. It was vacant in the first half. It's on display in the second. Houck will let fly and swish in a triple.
Remember, we talked about not being in close games. How would Todd Golden's team respond? I think he's going to learn something right here. Thomas Houck with a great three-point shot.
Dribble down the lane, right hand. What a pretty play to lay it in.
So North Carolina hits a couple of perimeter shots, and the lane opens up.
But it was so dreadful beyond the three-point line in the first half. What a difference it makes. You hit a couple. Tough leaner there by Martin. He'll draw the foul. Elijah Martin, a grad out of Mississippi. Guy was one of the heroes of FAU's run to the final.
Where we want to be, as if to say, bring on the adversity.
Well, they found some right away. Layton looking for a cutter. Condon on the move with the cut and the slam. Got Richard airborne for 2.
There was a switch, and Cadeau was on Houck. And when that happens, he can't protect the rim, right? Houck stayed down there, and Cadeau was the low man in the eye.
Cadeau, nicely done. Great body control for the youngster.
Great contact balance.
53-49. Condon straight on. He's tough out there.
Well, this is the run that Florida went on in the first half when they went 10-0. It was their bigs and Will Richard.
North Carolina's cut it down to 1. Lubin.
Clear it out.
On Condon, right by him, lays it in. What a quick step.
Really nice execution. See what Florida does to counter here defensively when R.J. Davis is on offense.
R.J. 6 feet and also 5 rebounds. Here's Houck with that right shoulder leaning in for 2. Nicely done there. Out of the timeout. And half of a great surge by Carolina. But can they keep it rolling? They're going to get it back as it bounced right to Davis. They want Jackson to fire. He's got it. A triple from the corner. Ian Jackson, a freshman.
And he's made a 3 in every game this season that he's played in. And that's a confident shooter right there. You missed the last one. You don't hesitate.
I think he had 23 against Alabama. Confidence indeed. Richard to the baseline. He sinks it.
He is a tough competitor. So good off the bounce. Transfer from Belmont. And a really good three-point shooter.
Cadeau stepping inside. And 1 and a foul as Withers took the hit. And that's a three-point play for Withers. Aberdeen. Withers coming out on him. Tight defense here. Aberdeen again. Got it. Boy, is he a confident shooter.
And he is really good off the bench.
7 junior for North Carolina. He had 23 on Saturday against LaSalle, a career high.
And Florida able to build this lead here without Walter Clayton Jr.
Davis, it comes right to him. No trip on the play, no foul, and he's lazy. He's had a bunch of those. He has 20 points. 63-59. In the second half, North Carolina has been by far the better team. Jackson penetrates and backs it in.
See, that is a smart play. You get the switch, you back it up, North Carolina clears it out for him to go one-on-one.
Aberdeen over the top and a slam by Alexis.
Good defense by Martin.
And Jackson, a freshman from the Bronx. What a move to his right. Now his left and lays it in. That was a dandy.
The same switch. A great call by Hubert Davis. He knows that switch is going to happen. Jackson can take Condon off the bounce.
2-point game or ejection, but a foul too. Alexis, a freshman, but a big one, 6'8", 240.
I do believe, Dave, though.
Leading them in scoring, also in assists. Alexis, that didn't touch it. Points off turnovers in the second half. Florida has 0. opportunity to tie it here. Jackson with another move. A fall away. Got it!
It's 3 in a row for Jackson.
Martin flips it up there, and it'll roll in. A lot of iron, but it drops. So back to a 3-point game as we approach the 8-minute mark in Charlotte.
Walter Clayton Jr. is on the Jackson matchup, and he's not going to want to switch this.
Davis has been cooking. His jumper, got it! RJ has it rolling here at the Spectrum Center. Back down to 1. Poked away. Trimble trying to get to the rim. Lays it up and in! (69-68). The story of this second half, toughness for North Carolina. That's what their coach was preaching.
Right, some good offense.
Yeah, and Hubert Davis before the game talked a lot about this team and what they can do defensively.
Questioning his team at the break. And they've been tough as nails since halftime. Davis nearly lost it, got it back, banked it in. So it's all working right now.
Incredible balance.
Thomas Huck back in the game, playing with 4 fouls. Shot clock is down to 8. Huck gets it back. That'll be well short. Rebounded away and up and off the iron. Chinula with a miss and another foul underneath.
Right now, too, they're all even on the boards. The floor, it's allowed them some easy transition up the floor, which they didn't get in the first
line. And now the Gators looking for a steady hand. Auk again, banging inside and draws the foul on Tyson. Jay Tyson, the junior, deficit in this game was 17 points. New Oxford, Pennsylvania.
Right now, basically it's 5 guards on the floor for Hubert Davis.
Clayton, no room to shoot. Gets to the baseline, lays it in, and a whistle too. He draws the foul. He'll be on the line looking
of 3 consecutive games where he's made 5 3-pointers.
Iron made the move he wanted to make, did not get the roll. Davis in transition now for North Carolina. Jackson to his left. Down the line again, spins in 2 more.
How talented is that young freshman? Wow.
Lighten him up in the second half, a shove and a foul on him there. An 86% foul shooter. And drops in Florida and North Carolina.
First class event in Charlotte by the Charlotte Sports Commission to have these 4 great basketball programs here representing the Jumpman brand. Outstanding.
Yep, of the teams here, only 1 is unranked. Florida, the highest ranked, number 7. Davis bumping back and knocks in a triple. That's deadly, and he has 27.
He loves this gym.
He does. Clayton leads. Yes, he got 2 and a whistle as well.
Yeah, here comes Walter Clayton Jr. We kept telling him enough space to be able to knock down a triple.
3-point play for Clayton. Cadeau picked up his 3rd foul, by the way. We're tied at 77. A completely different game here in the second half than the first half.
A completely different North Carolina team in the second half.
The baseline, quick strike, and guess who? Davis again. Playing with a leaner block. Davis, tight D on him. Cadeau. Washington with a slam on the alley-oop. Timeout on the floor with 4 minutes to go. Here's Martin lining up a long run. That won't fall. Big rebound by Condon. Right back up. He's denied but fouled from behind by Jalen Washington.
Yeah, Hubert Davis made about that. He did switch to the bigger lineup at that last timeout. Now he's
Condon with another one. Only 64% at the line, but that so 81-79. RJ Davis working on a 29-point game. Carolina fans have been waiting on this. He'll take a hit.
Illegal screen, I think, by Lubin.
3.5 minutes to go. Too strong.
Hard in executing on an out-of-bounds play. Now the Heels are down to 2 timeouts.
Davis up on the logo. Nice pass, and that leads to a foul on the bounce. That was with 9 on.
Set their D. They did a great job of moving the ball. They got R.J. Davis going.
Institutions, pretty clear he's an excellent student. Florida has yet to lose. They're 10-0. Conlon on the high post, handing off for Martin. Martin with a step back, sinks at a 3.
He gets the switch, and he drives Lubin back into the paint and then pulls it back and sticks it.
82-82. Cadeau penetrates, hesitates. That was nicely done.
You know, one of the things Todd Golden thought is bigs could keep North Carolina's guards in front over the course of 40 minutes, but that has not been the case here in the second half.
2 minutes to go here in Charlotte. A rounded out by Clayton, but they'll get a second shot at it. The Gators win the rebound. Martin looking for room to operate and takes a hit with 1:49 to go tonight. So here, they got them both. All tied up at 84 with 1:40 to play. Davis, bad pass. Now a scrap for that. They're going to call a tie-up. He's going to stay on this end with the possession arrow.
Jackson right here, inbounding the basketball. He might get it right back because he's got Houck on him.
10 to get off a shot for North Carolina. And he just lost it. And Cadeau has been pretty reliable. And Clayton will walk it up. Martin, the pass deflected and stolen away. Now batted out by Florida, but he was on the line. North Carolina will turn it over. Clayton Jr. looks to check it. In for Martin. Martin on Davis. Pretty good battle there. They go head to head. Martin's far away. No. Rebound tip controlled by the Gators. Right back up. Richard will stick it in. Under a minute to go, and it's Florida by 2. Cadeau back for Davis, left open for a 3. Gators by 2 on the ball.
Got to play good D right here. No fouls to give.
Clayton will take his time.
This is Walter Clayton Jr. time.
19 points a game. And 33 in the NCAA tournament against Colorado, so he's been on the big stage. Clayton gives up the dribble, gives it up for Martin with the shot clock winding down off the back of the iron, and it comes right back to the Gators. And Davis does with 7.9 remaining. He had to foul. And rolls the first one in for Thomas Houck, 6'9" sophomore. And clutch there, big time.
See if they take a foul right here. Why would you take that foul?
They did. Aberdeen committed the foul.
I looked over at Todd Golden. I thought Carolina.
And around that it goes. And a reach and a foul by Tribble with 3.8 to go. And Florida caught a break there. And Richard sinking number 1. So the Gators get in that tight fight. And down the stretch, when it's mattered, they've been a better team. Look at Golden getting those Florida fans rocking and rolling. A 13-3 run to close the game for the Florida Gators. And that'll do it, 90-84. Florida remains undefeated. They are 11-0 as North Carolina drops to 6-5 and loses yet again to a top 10 opponent. For Deb Antonelli and Myra Metcalf, I'm Dave O'Brien. Thanks for joining us here at the Jumpman.